Big, bold flavors, everybody. I think the more lemon, the more better. They gave me the oldest lemon press ever to do this with today, too, okay? There ain't no, Martha, where are you when I need you? Gorgeous smoked lemon pepper chicken. No, there's nothing more moist than this bird, I swear. Hey y'all, this is Danielle Bennett, also known as Diva Q. We are back in the Traeger kitchen, and I'm doing one of my classic make it every month kind of chicken dishes, and this is lemon pepper chicken. This is a tried and true recipe. We make it regularly. We do it with whole chickens. We use the marinade on chicken pieces. It's great for meal prep. This is just something I think that everybody should have in their arsenal of recipes at home. And it starts with a whole bunch of lemon. Lots and lots and lots of lemon. Get yourself a bowl, get yourself a zester. So you want to zest till your heart's content. And one of the things is that lemon really does a great job of helping keep that chicken moist. It gives a lot of acidic properties to this marinade. A really good tip is if you're doing a marinade at home, it's always a 3-to-1 ratio. So that's 3 oils to 1 acid. And that's always a great basic standard marinade recipe. So even if you don't have a written recipe at home, 3 oil, 1 acid, always a good marinade ratio. So as you can see, lots and lots of lemon zest. I'm gonna zest 3, maybe 4 lemons. I think the more lemon, the more better in this recipe, because we're gonna actually be brushing this on top of a spatchcocked chicken. While I'm zesting this, let's talk about a spatchcocked chicken, shall we? I love a spatchcocked chicken or a spatchcocked turkey, spatchcocked duck. I love all the poultry spatchcocked because it cooks it much more evenly. And I think that that's a really important feature. When you're on the grill and you're doing a lot of delicious poultry, cooking it nice and even makes it more moist and gives it better texture overall on the skin. Now you notice there is a lot of zest in here because you're in my house and I like a lot of zest. I love lemon. All right, and these are really big lemons, so ton of lemon, look at that. It's like Zen-like, it's so good. I love it. Okay, so we got our lemons. Now we're gonna juice them. Cut them in half, get them all juiced up. All right, go to your fancy lemon juicer thingy. Try not to get this in your eyes because honest to God, every single time I do this, I squish it into my eyes. Ugh. I always get some in my hands, and honest to God, this is where you find all your paper cuts on your hands too. Look at this, keep going, keep going. We want lots. Oh. I swear to God, they gave me the oldest lemon press ever to do this with today too, okay? Oh my goodness, gravy. Ugh. Got all the zestings, got all the juice, lots of goodness. While we're here, I'm gonna slice up some lemons. So this is a very lemon-centric, really big, bright flavors. I actually spatchcock the chicken, and then I actually cook the chicken right on the lemon slices. This is really big, bold flavors, everybody, okay? So this is not for a wussy lemon flavor program. So we're gonna get some of those there. One more. So tons of lemons. Obviously, it's a really good idea to do this when lemons are on sale. Or maybe you got a friend that has a lemon tree, go borrow some. I don't know, whatever you got. So we got a pile of our lemons ready to go. Next thing, we've got some fresh oregano. If you can find fresh oregano, it's so much better than the dried stuff. All right, we're gonna pick off all the leaves. If your stems are really young, you could chop them in there, but most of the time they're kind of woody, not very tasty. So pick the leaves, pull them off to the side. Couple more here. So fresh oregano, getting ready, everybody. Get your pile, and you wanna give this a good chop, everybody. So good quality chef knife, heavy duty would be a good recommendation for this because we want to chop this pretty fine, okay? All right, so you can see my cutting board's kind of messy with the lovely fresh oregano. I just dumped out a whole bunch of garlic right there. I'm gonna give you another tip before you cut it. It's not in the recipe. A little bit of salt right there on top. Chop roughly to start. Right with the oregano, because remember, it's all going together. And then start smashing it. Now here's the thing, while I'm madly chopping all of this wonderful garlic, let's talk about grill temps. One of the great opportunities you have with a Traeger grill is not just grilling and roasting, but you can actually decide to do what I call a combo cook, which is you could start to smoke your chicken first, go to a lower temperature, and then increase it to get the crispier textures. So a lot of times you'll see me in my recipes that I make at home, I'll start things at 225 degrees Fahrenheit. But then I'll finish them about halfway through at 350, 375. And that's all about getting that beautiful texture that I love at the end, but taking advantage of the fact that Traeger is a wood-fired grill. It's not a smoker. It is not just a grill. It's everything all in one. So one of the key things for me is to get the maximization of that wood-fired flavor. Now, that leads us to the, of course, question, what pellets do we use? So at my house, it's usually gonna be hickory. Love the gourmet blends, love a lot of the different things, but you know what? At your house, you do you, but at my house, I'm gonna say the vast majority of the time, it's gonna be hickory. So as you can see, we are chopping up, and we have not stopped, everybody. And if you have a food processor at home, you know what you could do? You could just blitz this as well, okay? To make it easier for you. Apparently the team here just wanted to see me chop things for 20 minutes today. So we're just gonna keep chopping. And we're just gonna keep chopping. And we're just gonna keep chopping. And more chopping. 10 hours later. Still chopping. All right, we're almost there. I swear to God, we're almost there. This is like real cooking, everybody. Like seriously, this is like literally what actually happens on my house. Okay, so you've got all your garlic, you've got all your oregano. Yes, I know it's a lot of garlic. Yes, I know there's gonna be comments. No, I don't care, okay? You're in my house right now. I love that much garlic, okay? I love garlic. So, give this a mix. Now, that is not all we're gonna add to this. I'm gonna have some Grey Poupon. I could literally quote the old commercial because, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? So you want a really good Dijon mustard. Plonk a little bit of that in there, okay? Plonk, it's a technical term, okay? You don't like mustard? Skip it. However, mustard is an emulsifier. You need to understand about marinades that mustard brings people all together, okay? And that's why mustard's kind of important. Even if you don't like mustard, mustard is important, okay? Now, olive oil. A good glonk. And when I say glonk, I mean it's a big glonk. Give it a whisk, make a mess of the cutting board, and you'll see everybody comes to the table because that mustard acid is an emulsifier. We've got 1/4 acid in here. We've got all that lovely garlic and all that lovely oregano, and it'll come together as your marinade. Now this is a strong marinade, everybody, okay? Once you've got that, well, it's time to get your chicken ready, okay? Set that aside. I also have some salt. I have some pepper. I have a very messy cutting board. Now, we're going to work with raw chicken, okay? So I'm gonna take off my big Traeger ring, okay? And I'm gonna pull out these. These are gloves. I like to wear gloves when I'm handling chicken in the kitchen. If you are at your house and you don't wanna wear gloves, you're at your house. But for today, I'm gonna wear gloves. I'm gonna talk about the fact that we're gonna cook this actually on a sheet pan. Isn't that cool? So, work smarter, not harder, everybody, okay? Now, grab yourself a sheet pan. And I'm just gonna do this ahead of time, everybody. So I'm gonna lay down like a base for the lemons. We're just gonna make it a little resting place because we're gonna cook that lovely chicken on top of the lemon. I think a lot of those lemon pepper recipes, you can barely taste the lemon. So I wanted something to be really centric, forward on the lemon flavor. And this is how I do it. So, got that base all ready to go. Put that up there. Now, it's time to spatchcock your chicken. Okay, so you want to buy about a 4-pound chicken if you can, and I prefer an all organic chicken, and there's a couple reasons for that. Organic chickens typically have much thinner skin, gets a better texture and better flavor in my opinion. Also, they're not enormous, okay, so they cook in a reasonable amount of time. Now, when you're doing a spatchcock, what you want to do is you want to take your chicken and you want to place it breast side down on the cutting board, legs towards you. Makes it a little bit easier to hold when you're cutting for the spatchcock. If you've never spatchcocked before, what we're doing is we're actually gonna take a pair of scissors and I'm just gonna draw the lines so you guys can see a road map, okay? we're gonna go back with the scissors down each side of the spinal column. The reason we do that is that we want that chicken to lay nice and flat on that cutting board, and then we're gonna transfer it to the beautiful lemons. When it lays flat on the grill, it's actually gonna have a really equal distribution of moisture, and it's gonna be really easy to cook on the grill. So once you have it, grab that leg, everybody. Grab your scissors. Now, these are heavy duty kitchen scissors. Kitchen scissors are really important to note that they can pop apart like that and be disinfected. It is very important that they can be sanitized, okay? So, invest in a good pair of quality scissors, okay, that snap apart just like that, okay? And you wanna hold that leg right there, so the thigh and the leg are in my hand. Take your scissors, and you're just gonna follow that little road map we just made. Look how easy that was. One side already done, okay? Now, we're gonna hold the center section now, pressing down on the thigh, we're gonna cut the other side. And since we already did a little knife with the little road map, super easy. We then have our backbone, okay? Now, we're not quite done there. I'm gonna take the legs, I'm gonna open them up. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you it's a really good idea to trim at the very bottom of the thighs. So to get more flavor in there, take your scissors and just cut that excess skin off. That's all. All right, next thing, to make it easier on us, okay? Take your knife and right at the very apex of where the breastbone is, okay? Just do a little notch. The reason we do that little notch is it becomes much easier to snap it. Okay? Instead of having to use brute force, okay? That little notch makes all the difference in the world. Now, at the very top here, you may find a big clump of fat. You want to pull that out, okay? Not that fat isn't delicious. The thing is that it's not going to cook up nice and crispy at that edge, and I like that edge to be nice and crispy. Now, at your house, just an FYI, I would get a Ziploc bag, and I would throw that in. And then I would put it in the freezer. And when your Ziploc bag is full, then make some homemade chicken stock down on the grill. Super easy tip for no waste. So for now, we're gonna put that aside. We have our chicken. We also have our chicken wings. They're tucked behind the tops of the breasts. So if they're not already, take your wings, flip them, tuck them right behind the back, okay? So at that point, I'm gonna take off this glove. So this glove protected this hand because I'm actually gonna go in for some salt and pepper and I don't wanna cross-contaminate it. So we've got our chicken here. I'm gonna generously season with salt. Very generous. I'm gonna go in with some lovely black pepper. Once again, generous, very generous. Give it a pat, okay? Now, at that point, grab with this hand, take it and put it on that tray. Once you have it on the tray, pull it back towards you. We're gonna go grab that beautiful, chunky garlic marinade we've got, okay? Just like this, take off our other glove, give this a lovely mix, and we are going to coat this chicken, okay? This is a heavy duty lemon pepper. Heavy on the garlic because you're in my house. All right, last thing. Once again, generously with salt. Generously with pepper because lemon pepper. And we're going to the grill. All right. So once again, at your house, you can smoke the chicken for about, 30 minutes first, then go up to high to finish it, or you can just finish it as is. One of the key things though, that most people do, they overcook their chicken. So here's how we avoid this. Get you one of these. This is a meter probe. One of the key things about using a digital probe is that we're gonna ensure that the temperature of the chicken is done right. The meter is also gonna let you know right on your phone the estimated time of doneness. It's also gonna let you know, as it's approaching its doneness, you set alarms on it. It's amazing, okay? So take your meter probe. You never wanna go up and down like that. Don't do that. Do not do that. You actually wanna go in on an angle, not touching any bone, in far enough that it touches the line about halfway down the breast, so you're getting an average reading. So we're gonna get cleaned up because, of course, raw chicken, never a good thing. I'm gonna set this to the side, we're gonna get cleaned up, and then we're gonna go to the grill. All right, so our station, as you can see, magically got cleaned up. You know, when you're dealing with chicken, make sure you keep your station really clean. We don't want any cross-contamination issues. So this one has to go to the grill. But by the magic of, you know, the best team ever, we already have one on the grill sitting there. So I'm gonna grab a couple of gloves or a couple of towels. We're gonna take this one over, okay? We're gonna go and put this on the grill. And magically, I'm gonna grab one that's already done. All right. Now, here's the deal. Do not, under any circumstance, remove this from here yet. Give it a couple of minutes. You really wanna let this rest and let it sit there for a good 5 to 10 minutes before you go hacking into this thing, okay? Once again, it smells fantastic, okay? The neighborhood is gonna be going, what are they making on their grill if you make this at home? Lovely golden color. It's resting on top of all those beautiful charred lemons. You wanna let it rest, 5 to 10 minutes, then start carving it up. We've got our beautiful chicken here, and take a look at that. Oh, it's such a good lemon freshness coming off of there. Pop that over to the side. Do not get rid of that though. One moment, please, okay? We've got our beautiful chicken here, and now it's time to carve it up. And this is how I carve a chicken, and I think you should do it too. So take your lovely sharp knife, go right behind the thigh, okay? Pull the thigh off first on both sides, okay? Just like that. Come up to the top. Now this is where I get a little ornery because I do not want to be the person that gets just the wing, okay? I have issues with that. So I always like to go a little bit up on the breast, just like that, and cut a nicer portion of chicken, okay? So you're not giving just the beautiful, you know, chicken wing, you're giving some of this beautiful silky, you know, delicious, moist chicken breast as well. Same thing on this side. So a good quality sharp knife. And then we're gonna go to the middle, get this cut up, just like that. Now this is a fairly large piece, so I'm actually gonna take my chicken breast, I'm gonna cut it into quarters, just like that. Look at that. And then come back and cut right behind the legs and separate your legs and thighs. And what that'll do is it'll give you 10 beautiful pieces. And then you want to do this. Grab your platter. Get some of that beautiful lemon, the charred lemon, ready to go, okay? I like to put it on the plate. Maybe a couple of the pretty slices along the edges. Some of those charred bits are lovely, okay? Take that, start it that way. Then put your chicken on, and then you want to drizzle it with any of the pan juices, which I think is really important. We've got a beautiful, beautiful roast chicken here. Gorgeous smoked lemon pepper chicken with tons of flavor. And we've got this beautiful pan drippings. Absolutely, I'm going to pour that over everything. And now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some bunches of fresh oregano to dress up our plate and make it look all gorgeous and pretty and Instagram worthy always, okay? We've got some gorgeous goodness just like that. And that is lemon pepper chicken. There's not a dry bit on it, and it's delicious. A new weeknight favorite. Perfect for meal prep, right from the grill. Remember, right below, subscribe, like, and follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, on all the channels. You want to get this recipe and so many more. This is delicious everyday cooking on the grill, and I think it's really worth your time to make this. If you do make it, make sure you tag us on Instagram or wherever you land. It's delicious goodness from the grill at the Traeger Kitchen.